Well, welcome guys. This is kind of off the rip. I've been getting a lot of inspiration on just doing a lot of talking head videos. In the truck, on the way home, and even to work, I'm always talking to myself or talking to my brother or friends of mine about kind of my hobby here. And so I'm making it a point to do a lot more content that is just revolved around things I'm thinking about, which is a lot. And honestly, just using the phone. And it's always there. I don't have to bring and lug my camera box and all that to do a video or wait for the perfect timing, because there's never really a perfect timing. And that's what these talking head videos are for, is just really just trying to get it all out there. The more times I'm out here doing this, the more things I can share with you guys, because the main point of this is to share more inspiration, or share inspiration, or to inspire you, sorry, to inspire you guys to get out there. So that's why I just came out here. I was just inside Memorial Day today, and I'm watching YouTube videos, and I'm like, you know what? Why am I watching? Why am I not creating? And so there's always this like, oh, I don't have the right this or that. I'm just gonna come out here and just talk to y'all. And so these are unedited, no script. It's just me talking to you guys. I don't know what's gonna be called, but I'm just gonna share some stuff with y'all. So the first thing is the kayak situation here. So in almost every single video that I have on YouTube and even on Instagram, I've had a green Hobie kayak. Let me kind of just take a step back. It is such an honor to be part of the Hobie fishing team, and an honor to be part of a dealership and just a team. I mean, a lot of these, there's some people that I think that are online who are just wanting to be part of a team, a brand, or whatever, just to be part of a team or brand or whatever. And for me, it's never been about that. It's always been about the relationships. And that kind of sounds cliche to say, but truly has been. I've been fishing my entire life. Heck, ever since I can remember. And it was back when I was in high school, probably 15, 16 maybe. And it was during the summer. And I never forget, I was in one of our extra bedrooms. And I was on the computer, just on the floor, and I'm watching YouTube videos. And at the time, it was just like, I was just tired of just being on the bank, because there's so much more to fishing than just being on the bank. Now, granted, I've had many memories on the fishing bank. My best memories have been on the fishing bank, but for me, I've always been an explorer and wanted to do something different. And that's when I was like, okay, well, what can I do during the summer to like get myself an affordable way to get on the water? And at the time, there was a rec center that I used to go to that had little canoes, and my brother and I would go out and all the time and fish on it. And I was like, well, I got to get myself one. I didn't even have a car at the time. But as I was watching these YouTube videos, and especially that day, that's when I got into, hey, like there's a Hobie kayak, and I really want one. It's the best one, and I'm always been a gearhead too. And but all those videos I watch provide a lot of inspiration. And so fast forward well over 10 years, I'm now part of the team, and being part of a dealer that I truly see as my friends. And I just can't believe it. I mean, that's just a short little, not even testimony, but just kind of where I'm coming from here, which is, it's every time I come in the garage, I'm like, I'm just shocked. It's shocked that I have this one and a links that I'll eventually kind of show you guys, but it's just, I'm in total shock. I'm super thankful. And yes, this kayak's not made for everyone. I wish everyone can get on this kayak, but to me, it's more than just a name. It's more than um, just the being part of the team. Um, just it's an honor and privilege to be just even recognized with the group of men and women that are with this company. So anyway, with that being said, this is a 2025 model. As of yesterday, it is finally done in terms of rigging. So all the batteries and everything is all finished. I got all the graphics. I guess the only thing I'm missing is my registration, which I only have temporary tags right now. So it is what it is. And by the way, the garage door is open because it's extremely hot right now. So yeah, you're gonna hear people probably talking and me being distracted and me fidgeting with my wedding ring. But anyway, everything's done. So pretty proud of that. The second thing is I have a new trailer coming up. That's coming all the way from Idaho. I have no idea when it's going to come, but I am super pumped about it. I've had a DIY trailer, or I had a trailer that I built into a kayak trailer last year. A gentleman named Steve Curl helped me tremendously on just what to do with it. There was another gentleman named Brandon Waugh out in Oregon who, that's how I got to know Steve. And me watching him go from, I'm doing this as a side thing, to this is how he provides for his family and he gets to do what he wants to do is awe-inspiring. So that's kind of one thing. Again, you'll kind of see me just kind of go off in space, unfortunately. But working with these companies, like there's a relationship. And I will say for any person who wants to be part of something bigger, which is, I feel like that's what the kayak community is, find people at places that you can truly have a relationship with. And so I don't take any of those brands that I put on my kayak or that I tell you guys about lightly, because these are people that I've talked to. This is not where I'm just like, hey, I want something from somebody. Anyhow, I'm pretty pumped about that because there are many trailer options out in the market. And again, I'm a gearhead, and you'll eventually see that in just these videos where I like to get as best as I can, the best thing for me, at least. Not the best, but just the best thing for me, which is totally different. It fits what I want and what I need. And so, and it's an honor to be able to work with him and then to showcase the trailer. Just not, I don't think there is a trailer right now from him, from Snake River Manufacturing here in the state of Texas. So I'm pretty proud of that. Can't wait to use it. And hopefully that kind of gets to the third thing. I hope that I can use it for the Bassmaster Kayak Series out in Tenkiller, Oklahoma, on Lake Tenkiller. So pretty pumped about that. If y'all think this me crossing my legs is weird, then it's whatever. I cross my legs at work all the time and talk to people. But anyway, I'm going out to Tenkiller, Oklahoma this week. There's practice already started on Saturday as of this recording, but I will be there on Friday, so the day before the tournament. It's what it is. But I'm pretty pumped. I never fished in Oklahoma. That will be now my fourth state I fished in. So pretty exciting. Just in my life, not in kayaks, but this will be the second state that I fish in a kayak, I would say. So pretty pumped about that. Goals of that video and that series will be probably broken out in 3. So usually these 2-day tournaments that really are 3-day tournaments because I'll practice one day. You know, I just put them in one video, but this time I will do a practice video, day 1 video, and day 2 video. No matter what happens, whether I catch 0 fish or 5 fish or 5+ fish, on either day, there are going to be 3 videos. And so just to make it shorter, get it out there faster, but that's kind of the goal. And also kind of show you how I use my kayak, or how I travel with the kayak, because we will be making a stop because I gotta get gas. I drive to Tacoma. I love Tacoma, just bad on the gas mileage. And so anyway, whether that is with a trailer or whether that is with me putting in the truck bed, there will be more content on just how I do that, and also camping stuff. I've done that before, but just it's not been the best videos that kind of really showcase it. What else? I kind of want to talk to you guys about. I'm getting some lures from Omnia. Hopefully they come here pretty soon. They're going to be more specific to Tenkiller. I think just due to the rules, and I don't want to, you know, get myself in trouble, which I'm sure probably people in the comment section would be like, hey, you're fine, you're just talking. And by the time people see this, it doesn't really matter. But there are going to be some lures I'm getting specifically for this tournament. Will they work or not? I don't know. But I want to fish my strengths. That is one thing. Yeah, let's talk about that. Just fishing my strengths. Let me go back to the relationship thing. This is what I mean by like getting with people. I didn't go to, I mean, I really wanted to be part of Mariner Sales, you know, and their fishing team. Not just because of what the rights and privileges I get with being part of Mariner Sales, but I trust the people there, and I have a relationship there where I can call some of my teammates. And one of those people I called, and I was just telling him about kind of my struggles. I'll be honest, I talked to Guillermo Gonzalez, and so I see him as a friend. And back in, it's probably been November, December, talked to him about just some of my struggles. I was like, hey, like last year, I really hit it hard with tournaments and some other stuff too about just what the social media space is. And by the way, social media is not going towards where tournament anglers are. It's kind of just going to people who are just fishing. I enjoy tournaments because as an ex-athlete, I miss it. I miss that thrill. And so that's why I do it. It just happens that it's in a kayak and I'm fishing, which is things I like. But also I'm doing a lot more stuff for people and for other clients and stuff too. Not a lot, but it's a start. Anyway, so called Guillermo and told him about my struggles. Because last year, it was just like, man, like I'm fishing a pattern. You know, I found something, but it doesn't work out. You know, Wright Patman, Caddo, Toledo Bend. I have to put this in the edit. Anyway. Caddo, Toledo Bend, Wright Patman, Fork, twice. There's like a few other tournaments Gilmer. All these lakes where I'm like, man, like I don't know why I can't just do well. So I went to some of my videos, and a lot of these videos I didn't even post long form videos. Still have the videos. I may or may not post them, but because it's the past. But you know, I still looked at the footage and I'm like, what am I doing? And I've noticed that, you know, I'll fish something really hard, but I'll put it down really fast. And not only that, but I'm switching techniques a lot. And I haven't honed in on what specifically I'm really good at. And so I thought about that. Like, what do I enjoy throwing? Because at the end of the day, this is about fun. And then, but at the end of the day, what gives me the most confidence in the style of fishing I do, which is why the kayak looks the way it does. And again, we'll do another video on just what this looks, why I have it set up this way, and why do I have a PA? Because again, a PA is not for everyone. I wish it was, but you know, I fish a certain way. What that is I'm a shallow water fisherman who I enjoy seeing targets, right? Or I enjoy looking visually at structure, or some sort of, not structure, but let's just say I am a visual cover person. Timber, grass, you know, like those things, right? Chunk rock, like those things I enjoy targeting. And I'm also a shallow water guy, right? Because I came from a bank. I think everyone came from a bank, but that's okay. And anyway, that conversation, I really found what I like to throw. I like to throw something moving, but not a crankbait, because I'm not used to a crankbait. But I like to throw something moving, but I also like to throw a lot more finesse things too. I'm not going to say those things due to the fact that Tenkiller is on the way, but that lake, though, is not a place that would say, hey, there's some visual targets. There are visual targets or visual cover, but deep water is something totally different. Anyway, I forgot what I was about to say because of everything that just happened in the last 5 minutes. Yes. Back then, when I talked to him, I figured out what those things are based off of just watching film of myself. And the first time I went out on the water for the year, because it was cold, snowy, can't really go out. Early February comes in, and it comes around, and I just start throwing what I like to throw. And I just put it in my hand, and I got better at it. And I went to an awesome lake, but I'm taking that to other places too. And so I feel a lot more confident this year on just the techniques that I'm throwing. Before, I was kind of going on YouTube, like some of you guys, and looking at, hey, like this is a new technique that I want to throw, and I'm going to try that. Didn't really work out. But when I throw the thing that I throw, it works out. And so, to say at least, find what you want to throw, and it'll work out. Trust me, I don't know why, it just works. For me, that's a spinnerbait. I have a lot of confidence in a spinnerbait, a lot of confidence in a whacking worm or a Cinco. Those are my jam. You give me a jig, it's a little different because I'm not really used to a jig. I think I've only caught like maybe one jig fish, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I'm pretty confident. What does that mean? Confidence does not equate to fish caught, for sure. It's not going to be that. But confidence is, hey, I did my best, and that's all I could do. And also, just not overthinking it. Tenkiller is a big lake. A lot of places I can go to. A lot of ramps available too, which is nice. But that also is going to require, like, where to go and all that. And honestly, just keeping it KISS. Sometimes it's as simple as, what are the best fishermen doing? The birds, where are they? But also just, hey, like, cast at that target. There might be something there. And also, just, again, overthinking sometimes for me is not going as fast too. And kind of, I guess, get to the fifth point of what I wanted to share too, is just the tool for the job. Again, I kind of have been alluding to this with my kayak, but before, obviously I had just had pedal drive. scratch that. Before, I had a green kayak. It was just a Pescador 10, not the Pro, Pescador 10 with a paddle. And so, or paddle kayak. And let me tell you, I was just basically doing crappie fishing with that. I did a few times with bass fishing with that kayak, but my back would just, it would just be on fire an hour or two into the trip. Then I got my Outback. Things changed with me doing some hands-free fishing and actually going further than what I've ever thought I could do. Then I got a motor, and I didn't really know. I actually wanted to get a motor this year. That was the original plan. Last year I was going to get a PA, and then all right, I'll get a trailer. And the next year I'll save enough to get a motor. Blessed to get a motor last year, and then upgrade it for this year, which is pretty cool. But man, when I had a motor, I was like, oh, I can go even further. And so it's not really a lazy thing. It's just, hey, I can go to places that I otherwise could have gone, but my time on the water is very precious. And so I want to take advantage of that. Best example of that was fishing the Hobie BOS on Wright Patman, where I kicked from one end of the lake to the other twice. And let me tell you, I wasted a lot of time. I should have just put it in the trailer and went to the next spot, which is why the trailer is such an important tool. It's not just for, it's not a big waste of money, in my opinion. It is a tool where I can get on and off the water faster. Yeah, and so anyway, but this year, and kind of like last part of last year, I went foot control steering here, and so this year I haven't even put this kayak on the water. I want to bad. I just didn't want to go out on Memorial Day and get caught up. Plus, you can't really see right now, but it's been thunderstorming all weekend for the most part. But anyway, because of what I do and the short casts that I'll make, fishing on the towards shore is critical, and me not touching the rudder as best as possible helps. And so foot control steering is going to be a major game changer, especially with the motor I'm running this year. And so that was like 10 minutes. I don't know how long that was to explain. Point is that how I fish is suited for this type of kayak. And so, and plus the fact that, all these tournaments, you're not allowing you to fish with two motors. And so, I much rather be pushed through the water than pulled through the water with the transfer mount motor. I'm not, I don't need spot lock. My spot lock is the 360 drive. So, and I'm perfectly fine with that too. But yeah, I think the sixth thing that I'll leave you guys with is, kind of just what I'm doing. Again, kind of wrapping the bow up on it. I'm going to be doing these videos where I'm just out here. It might just be me rigging and talking. I was going to do that today, but honestly, I just needed to change one thing off my pole. So everything's kind of rigged except for one thing. And then it's kind of rainy, so I was going to put some stuff in the truck, and anyhow. But I'll be doing more of these videos. I'll also be doing more like just, hey, I'm in the truck talking to you guys, because there's always an idea that I have or want to talk about. And it's just like, what better way just to talk about it? So I'll have this microphone with me, microphone set up all the time. But I do want to touch on just brand partners again, which is just, if you are a content creator like myself, it's kind of weird to say out loud, but I guess I am. I just feel like I'm just a guy who's just recording, which also sounds stupid, but you get my drift. I don't have a whole bunch of followers. It's never been about followers. I can honestly, I don't care about those things like the count and likes and stuff. I look at them like it's important, but in the sense of that's never been something that I was like, oh, I really want that. I do this because people have always asked me about what I do. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna throw it on the video. And I've been doing that. And because every time I talk about fishing with others, they get inspired. And so, and that's just the gift that God has given me, and I'm appreciative of it. But the relationship aspect is, you know, if you are a small creator, I would consider myself very small, just started. You know, if you just be yourself, then those relationships will come. You'll find who you need to talk to. You know, you can go talk to someone like John. He makes these hats and other apparel, or go talk to Mariner Sales and the team there, or you can go talk to Bending Branches. Like all these different companies, they're always looking for someone who's genuine. But regardless, you know, like there's also got to be a why, you know, and so like, why do you want to do that? Because not everyone's fit for that. And on top of that, just why? I mean, if you want to just sell stuff or something. So I don't know. I'm not really trying to sell you on anything other than just, hey, here's the tools that I use that fit what I'm doing here. I like to use my paddle. You might not see it in a lot of videos, but I use it every single time that I'm out in the water. Every single time. I pull that paddle off and use it, which is why it's on this very privileged kayak. It is what it is. Or why am I getting a really nice fancy trailer? You know, it's part of the tool belt. And so anyhow, that wasn't like something inspirational, because it's really not. All it's to say is just you get out there, you do what you do, and you'll find the right people. Find you a good mentor, find you a good person, myself, whomever, to put you in the best light. Because we're all kind of in this together too, and kind of just go from there. Anyhow, this is more of just an intro, so it's kind of all over the place. Next time, maybe next time, there'll be more like structure and stuff like that. But just kind of want to give you guys an update on my fishing world a little bit. And so, but yeah, the next big thing is, I can't wait to see the trailer. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. This is when you know it's unscripted. There we go. Where the walt's coming out and everything. But anyway, you know it's unscripted when this is happening, when the lights go out. But anyhow, there'll be more stuff like this. Yeah. But if you want to see more stuff like this, where I'm just talking, it might be background noise for you as you do whatever. More than happy to, because I'm always looking for stuff like that. I will do, again, I've been promising that forever, a walkthrough this kayak, a walkthrough, you can't see it, but the links, because it is an awesome kayak. But I do want to wait on the trailer because as much as I like the dynamic dolly, it's just kind of hard to see it. And then on top of that, yeah, I do kind of want to show it off. And so I don't want to wait, which is why I've been giving you guys some stuff. But there's a lot more stuff that I do want to show you guys, because the kayak does need its justice on like why I put the things the way they are, and also like if you are in the market of a PA, why should I get a 25 versus a 24 or a 23? So I do feel like, in my opinion, there's some good reason why you should get a 25, in my opinion. It's not because of performance. I can already tell you it's not probably going to be about performance. But just little convenience things where it's like, hey, like, you might as well. So some more stuff that you don't see beyond just the H plates, in my opinion. So, in my opinion, not kind of what Hobie's telling me, it's just my opinion. Anyhow, I have nothing else to say to y'all. But I got inspired. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of watching YouTube today because there's really nothing on YouTube today. So let me just kind of just get on here and make my own content. So hopefully that kind of gives you a little rundown of what I'm doing, and talk to y'all soon.